to another episode of Curtain Call Conversations. I'm very excited today to be at the Alexandra Theatre in Birmingham, which will be the home to the brand new musical Here and Now, featuring the music of Steps. Now, I'm here with writer Shaun and director Rachel Kavanaugh. So we're going to have a lovely chat all about the show, and hopefully they'll answer some questions that you're dying to know. So welcome to Birmingham.
Thanks.
So firstly, why are you coming to Birmingham?
Well, why not?
Yeah.
I think I'm having a great time. You said have you worked?
I love Birmingham. Shall I hold that?
Yeah.
I love Birmingham. I used to run the Rep Theatre
yeah,
here, so it was my home for a while. So it's fantastic to be coming back.
Yeah.
So and I think it's going to be the perfect theatre to start our journey with this musical.
Yeah, we are very excited. I mean, you can tell that as soon as this was announced, the stratosphere blew up. Twitterland was just on fire for this. I mean, everybody is so excited. So tell me, Shaun, when you started writing the book, was it always going to be with Steps music?
Yeah. The story constructed around it. It's just the songs. Well, I've been a massive fan since I was a child anyway.
Yeah.
And those songs, as any Steps fan will tell you,
yes,
those songs are very, if you look at the lyrics, they're very narrative-y, and some of them are much more emotional and much darker than you might think.
Yeah.
And they just lend themselves so well. And you just get a little bit carried away, like, what if there's a story? I don't know. And it's definitely built the story around the songs.
Yeah, sure. So this is set in a seaside supermarket, which sounds brilliant, called Best Bargains.
Yes.
Now, what can we expect from within this supermarket?
What can't you expect, I think, is more the question. There is it's such great territory, isn't it? Because it's an everyday place, but it's so colourful, and there's so much potential to just have a lot of fun with the numbers and the things you can buy in there and all that kind of thing. I mean, you're going to have a whale of a time.
I am. I'm hoping for light-up shopping trolleys, dancing on conveyor belts, all the above.
Yes.
Comedy props, heartache in the staff room, all the above.
Yeah. I mean, from a directorial point of view, what's your vision overall for this show? I mean,
well, I want it.
Trolleys.
I love theatre when it is emotional and makes you laugh.
Yeah.
And if you can do both those things, if you can make people laugh a lot and have a cry at a musical, I think we've done our job. I want them to have an amazing night. I want them to get invested in the characters and in the story, to love the songs they love. Go, great, what's that song? What's that? Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Because some of them might not sound exactly as they expect. But then there'll be a wonderful dancing in the aisles at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what we all expect, I think. I mean, that's got to happen. So, I mean, I Should Be So Lucky out at the moment on tour, which has a little cameo from Kylie.
Yeah.
Can we expect something a little bit similar from the band themselves?
Well, we not presently, but I mean, we're a long way from November. Anything can happen. But we're currently we're pushing the script along. We've got some workshops coming up in the spring, and then we're properly in the rehearsal room in the autumn.
Right.
So it's all to we've got a very exciting road ahead. Yeah.
And how long has it taken you to get to the book, like to the stage that it's at now? I know there may be changes.
Yeah, well, for me, this journey started with a fringe show in London in 2017, which was completely unofficial and just £0 budget, like just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
So that was when the idea first formed. This is a very different thing. But that's going back. When was 2017?
Oh, a long time
Many
ago.
years. And then I came aboard for this project about 2 years ago, and then I think for the last 9 months we've been properly, quite intensely, getting the story where we want it and doing the script. So we've been taking our time with it and making sure we can get it right, and it's been a really amazing process.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Steps are the producers of the show, so what's it like for you as a director to work alongside pop icons?
Well, they are being amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really properly interested.
Yeah.
And we did a little reading of it yesterday, which they came to. A couple of them had a little cry.
Yeah.
They roared with laughter. They did
You've done your job.
they did a few involuntary dance moves.
Yeah.
You know, but they are brilliant, and they really want it to happen, and I think they see it very much as part of the band's legacy, and that we're going to tell the stories of those songs in a new way, which I think they're very excited about.
Yeah, and obviously they are very well known for their dance moves. So are we going to see the routines? That's what we all want to know.
Well, we've got the wonderful choreographer Matt Cole working on it, who won the Olivier last year for Newsies, and he will be doing his own work, but I'm sure somewhere in there will be a nod to some of the moves we know and love.
Yes, that would be amazing. I mean, you know, the fans are all over this. I mean, as I said just before, the social media buzz around this show is epic. Did you think that was going to happen?
Well, I'm a Steps fan, so if I wasn't involved in it, but I feel like we've been working so hard on it, haven't really paused to expect anything really. I was like, oh, it's going on sale soon. Oh, great. And I was like, oh, I've got 7.2 billion Twitter notifications. Like this is quite mad. So it's really exciting. And but thinking about it, if I was a fan, I am a fan. If I wasn't involved, I would be right there. I'd have been queuing since the day it was announced.
Yes, I mean, there were people outside the theatre this morning, I'll tell you, queuing to meet Steps. I mean, they are here to get their tickets, which is a brilliant experience for them, I have to say. So with regards to Steps songs, Rachel, what's your favourite? Do you have one?
I have a few favourites.
Who doesn't?
Scared of the Dark, Story of a Heart, Heartbeat.
Great.
Go on.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so I also have narrowed it down to 3.
Yes.
I think if you were to put me on the spot, I would at the end of the day, I would say It's the Way You Make Me Feel.
Right.
But I always will champion Love's Got a Hold of My Heart, because I don't think enough people say that one. And I would agree that Scared of the Dark was a big... When that came out, that was such a moment.
I mean, that is a tune. That is a proper tune. So Here and Now, you've called this.
Yes.
So why?
Well, we weren't going to call it EG One for Sorrow because it's just not the vibe. It's just not the vibe. For my mind, I drafted up a couple of ideas for the title, and then I was like, Here and Now feels like it's the best. Yeah. And then the more we got involved, the further down the line we got, Here and Now just felt like it fitted. And now the show we've got now, I'm like, it's Here and Now. Like, that's it. That's it.
Brilliant.
That's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just feels like it fits.
Yeah. So the story revolves around the central character, Kaz.
Yes.
So tell us, what is she like?
Kaz she's been working at the supermarket for a little bit of time, and basically when we meet her, she's coming up for her 50th birthday, and she is thinking about like what she wants from where she wants her life to be by that point in her life, and she's pretty much got it. But obviously, this being a story, things will go awry.
Yes.
And then with the support of her friends flocking around her, she'll start to sort of rebuild her happy ever after, and her friends have got their own sort of little dilemmas on the go as well. And so it's mainly about her and her friendships, and all the friendships between all of them, this lovely community.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I love Kaz. I really like.
Yeah.
I'm like, she doesn't exist, Shaun. I'm like, no, but I love Kaz.
No, that's great that you can bring her to life. I mean, somebody will, obviously, whoever's casting the role will be bringing her to life, and I think it's going to be sensational. So, from your point of view, Rachel, do Steps, as their producers, I mean, do they sort of give you, not pointers, that's probably the wrong word, sort of as a director, you've obviously got your vision, but if they were to say, oh, could we perhaps, do this and that, would you do that?
Well, I'm always happy to take a note, or a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they know this music so well. No one knows it better than them.
Yeah.
And they know the effect of those songs.
Sure.
And if they've got something to say, of course I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
It would be silly not to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And just on a side, I mean, Rachel was the director of Great British Bake Off, the musical, which I went to Cheltenham to see because I couldn't wait. I went to the West End to see it again. I just loved it. So I just wanted to say thank you for that show because it's so brilliant. I mean, what's the pressure like when you're directing a show where obviously everybody loves the show on the telly? I mean, what's the pressure like for you?
Well, directing any show is pressurised. Directing any new musical is probably the hardest
Yeah.
thing because it's the hardest thing to get right.
Yeah.
But when you're dealing with an IP that's so loved,
Yeah.
like Bake Off, or indeed like
Yeah.
the Songs of Steps,
Yes.
there's a really careful balance to be struck in forming a piece of theatre out of something that wasn't a piece of theatre, which was either a TV show or recorded tracks.
Yeah.
So it's a different job, but it's similar this time.
Sure. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just brilliant, and I just thank you for it. You know,
Oh,
why not?
thank
So
you.
it's been an absolute joy to talk to you today. What a pleasure for me. So here and now, we'll be at the Birmingham Alexandra Theatre between the 9th and the 24th of November. And I would say if you haven't booked your tickets already, then make sure you do, because I think it's going to be a hot one. Thank you very much.